guys, today I'm joining you from Orchard Road in Singapore. This is one of the largest shopping districts in Asia and the world in general. On each side of the street there are nearly 30 shopping malls and each one has hundreds of stores inside of them. It's basically a shopping paradise. But today I actually want to check out local Singaporean brands, and conveniently for me, a lot of designers have their brands dotted around the malls in Orchard Road. Singaporean fashion actually has quite a distinctive vibe. First of all, Singapore has an equatorial climate, so it doesn't ever really get cold and it rains a lot. Basically, it's hot and humid all year round. And that's really reflected in Singaporean fashion. Lots of cool, breathable fabrics are used, and even quick-dry fabrics in case you get caught in one of their famous downpours or you're just perspiring from literally walking outside for 2 seconds.
Don't try and hide it, honey. We've got ourselves a Sula, sweaty upper lip alert.
You'll see lots of light, summery pastels and watercolor motifs, or rich jewel tones being used, with folds, pleating, and cutouts that often give simple designs visual interest. There are also traditional elements often used in Singaporean fashion designs. Batik print is a traditional Indonesian technique of fabric dyeing using wax and wax-resistant dyes to create patterns on the fabric. Probably one of the most well-known uses of batik print is used on the uniform of the Singapore girl, the flight attendants on Singapore Airlines. You'll find batik print used on all sorts of garments, from dresses to bags to swimsuits, and it's often modernized with bright colors. Designers also do a modern spin on the cheongsam or qipao. This is popular around Chinese New Year as a lot of women want to wear something traditional but with a modern twist. So you'll see cheongsam jumpsuits, crop tops, and dresses with more contemporary cuts. So let's get going because I've got a lot of brands that I want to check out today. I've got a whole list here on my phone, so let's go shopping. Our first stop was a brand called iORA. This actually wasn't a brand on my list, but Pia had spotted it in a different shopping centre and wanted to check it out. And guess what? It's Singaporean. This was giving me the vibes of an H&M in terms of quality and price point. I really liked this section called Lalu. It was very feminine, very casual. I especially liked these linen tops with the Peter Pan collars. And I noticed a lot of t-shirts made a bit more interesting with some embroidery or like this pearl bow embellishment.
It's like got this, like a very jumper over your shoulders, but it's like attached. The convenience. Convenience.
I feel like the summery pastel colors in this section are very Singaporean.
Everything's very simple, but also cutesy.
Yeah. Pia wanted to show me this romper that she had found in the other store she was looking at, and it had this cool cheongsam button detail on it.
Yeah, the navy. The navy is nice.
I also noticed this t-shirt that had a traditional Chinese element on it as well, and I was wondering if this might be part of a Chinese New Year capsule collection as we were coming to Singapore just at the end of the Chinese New Year festivities.
I think probably large. I'm just going large all around.
I'm not used to wearing sleeveless things, but I decided to try on the navy romper too.
I wish I had pockets. I kind of want somewhere for my hands to go, but the shape of it is so cute.
What a fun casual spin on the traditional cheongsam. I think a pair of ballet flats would dress this up very nicely. Meanwhile, Pia tried on this green top with the embroidery details, and I always think bright colors like this look great on her. Next, I had to try on those linen tops that I really liked. So first I tried on the lavender color, and I loved the boxy cut of this top. I then tried it on in the oatmeal color, and I actually kind of like how it looked with the shorts that I just had on, like the beige on beige look. It was giving really earthy cottagecore. The dressing rooms were very small in this store. There was not a lot of room to move. Pia tried on the romper in both a medium and a large. This is the medium, so a bit more slim fitting, and she figured out that it actually did have pockets. Oh, okay. They really closed it up pretty well because I didn't even notice. They have pockets in there. Well, I think it's a winner then.
I think I'll get the large.
Get the large. That looks nice, but I just think if it's a hot day, yeah, I think the large looked nice. So iORA, though unexpected, was a success. Here's a little detour. Actually worked out because that is a Singaporean brand. But now we're going to the first brand I actually had on my list. The name is Love Bonito. I've been quite interested in this brand, Love Bonito, for a while, as they have quite an interesting story behind the brand. Initially, they were selling second-hand clothing on a blog shop. But once they decided to make their own pieces, they realized there was a gap in the market. There were a lot of international brands from Europe and the US selling in Singapore that didn't necessarily fit Asian women's physical proportions, design preferences, or the climate of Southeast Asia. So now they design all their pieces in-house with Asian women in mind, so smaller sizes and cuts to fit more petite proportions. I'm excited to try it, but
Probably be too small and too short.
probably too small and too short because we are quite tall, even in Australia. So we'll see how we go. I'm thinking maybe like the tops,
Yeah.
the dresses will fit. Don't know about the shorts and the pants, but
It's worth a shot.
it's worth a shot. So it was off to find the Love Bonito store, but we ended up getting a little bit lost in this massive shopping mall. Thankfully, they had a touchscreen to help us find our way. Oh, it's on
it's
B3.
like, we need to go well down
Oh, we need to go to the
to the
down to
bottom
the depths of Mordor to get to Love Bonito. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
After multiple escalator rides down into the crevices of the earth, we finally made it to Love Bonito. My first impression was everything was very bright and colourful, and pretty much immediately we spotted one of those special design elements.
Yeah, so I think they do a lot of things like a padded bust.
Personally, I could never get away with just a padded bust, but if you can, I'm highly jealous. I mean, my boobs could never with just a padded bust.
No.
But go on, please. They had lots of bright, casual, everyday wear, as well as more dressed up pieces like these midi dresses. They also had this incredibly intriguing 2-in-1 piece.
It's kind of cool.
I didn't know that Love Bonito made activewear, so I was very keen to try it on.
That's like silky soft.
Whoa! We can have pants too.
Yeah.
That's pretty silky.
Oh, a little cute activewear
Yeah.
dress. I might try that on actually.
Yeah.
They don't have it. Oh, here's a medium. Now I thought this was kind of cool. Instead of lining up in a queue outside the fitting rooms, they had an automated ticketing system.
Please take your ticket.
All you had to do was wait for your number to come up on the screen, and if you're a part of their members club, you actually got to skip the line. First up, I tried on that little pink crop top as I was interested to see how it would look with the padding. I did have to keep my normal bra on as I suspected, so having the padding as well looked a little bit odd, but it's actually quite a cute top. And then I wanted to try on some pants just to see the length. Unfortunately, I really didn't love the cut of the pants on top, but just purely looking at the length, I was actually really surprised. I would prefer to have the length go to the bottom of my shoes. I just feel like it's a little bit more flattering with pants, but you know, I could actually get away with this length. Next up, I tried on that 2-in-1 piece, like just for fun, but it was actually really cute and very practical. You know when you have a top tucked into shorts and all day you're fighting it, it's riding up, it's twisting around, you're constantly having to retuck it. Obviously, that's not a problem with this. Then I tried on that activewear dress. I really liked the fabric. It was very smooth, very buttery. The dress had built-in bike shorts with a pocket, and it also had an inbuilt bra. So I tried it on without a bra, and I don't think the inbuilt bra would be supportive enough for actual exercise like running and jumping around. But if you were just wearing the dress to run errands, I feel like the inbuilt bra would be enough. Pia also tried on that activewear set, the two-piece. I think her only issue with this was that it was quite short. Obviously, activewear skirts and skirts are quite short anyway, but because as we know this brand makes their pieces specifically for petite frames, that might be the reason why she felt that it was even shorter than she's used to. The next store I wanted to visit was conveniently right across from Love Bonito, so thankfully did not have to go searching for this one. Charles and Keith are mainly known for making affordable bags and shoes, as well as smaller accessories like sunglasses and costume jewelry. Now, this brand was the center of some TikTok drama earlier this year when a 17-year-old girl posted a video of herself purchasing a Charles and Keith bag and captioned it, "Buying my first luxury bag." Well, people got downright mean in the comments saying that an $80 bag is not considered luxury, you know, just general internet nastiness. These people really need to go and touch some grass. It sparked a big debate about wealth and class in Singapore and how luxury is subjective anyway. Thankfully, a lot of people came to her defense, and she was actually invited to visit the Charles & Keith head office, and she's now done a little bit of modeling for the brand, so Charles & Keith really jumped on that marketing opportunity. Looking throughout the store, there were lots of preppy shoes, so very up my alley. I love these black painted leather Mary Janes with the jewel buckle, and these red ballet flats were really speaking to me. In terms of handbags, my favorite was this rabbit print sort of boxy shaped handbag. I thought it was really different but elegant.
Well, I like the wide one as well. That's really nice.
They also had some fun collaborations like this Zootopia collection, which immediately made me think of my older brother because that is his favorite movie.
I kind of want to get one for Alexander, but I mean, it's a girl's wallet. Yeah. I mean, he could use it.
He could probably use that.
He'd actually like that. I mean, it is a wallet for women, but I think so.
They also had a collaboration with the K-pop group ITZY, and Pia was just feeling every single handbag in this section. I don't think she knows who ITZY are or has listened to their music, but yeah, she was just really feeling it. Maybe she should become an ITZY stan. Overall, I was pretty impressed with this brand, and I feel like their items are very good quality for their price point. Now it was time to venture back out onto Orchard Road to find our next store.
Okay, we've reached Takashima. Oh, I was saying that wrong. It's Takashimaya. I was not saying the last bit, Takashimaya. So this is a massive department store mall thing, and there's a couple of brands in here that we're gonna have to go find.
Once we got inside the mall, we pretty much beelined to one of those touchscreens so we wouldn't get lost again. This store is called Beyond the Vines, and they've based their brand around a design studio concept, which you can really see in the layout of the store and their products. They make a signature bag that comes in various sizes called a dumpling bag. I think you can see why it's called that.
Are you kidding me? That's adorable. Oh, it's so cute. The fabric is so nice too.
And I thought the mini version would be perfect for dog walking.
It'd be perfect for Clovey when we go walkies. It's a large one.
I thought this larger size dumpling bag would make a great gym bag as it would fit the essentials like a towel, water bottle, plus the fabric would dry very quickly. I really liked that the clothing in this store was extremely casual but didn't feel sloppy because of the heavy emphasis on color blocking and graphic design. First up, I tried on this t-shirt, and oh my goodness, this was the softest t-shirt I have tried on in forever. I then tried on the t-shirt in a different colorway, and I did like this one better. I just felt the colors were a little bit more me. I then tried on these cream overalls, and with the color block t-shirt, yeah, I did look a little bit like an overgrown toddler, so I probably wouldn't wear them together. With a more neutral top underneath, it wouldn't really look like I was about to go off to preschool. Meanwhile, Pia was trying on some very blue items. The fabric of this tank top also felt really soft and really high quality, and I love the contrasting stitching. And here you can see more of that graphic design element coming in with this oversized t-shirt. After Beyond the Vines, our energy was starting to wane, so it was time for a little pick-me-up.
We're shopping till we're dropping, don't get me wrong. We're in this bitch, we're in this. We're not giving up, but we did need a quick Starbucks break, just to refuel.
So basically I made a whoopsies, and if you know me, I'm a matcha queen, and I was ordering my iced oat matcha, it goes sugar or no sugar, and me thinking, no, I don't want more sugar in my already C-rated matcha drink, no sugar. But then I accidentally ordered pure matcha, and that's a little bit grassy and dirty for me.
It looks like grass.
It's a bit blended grass water for me, so I've just had to be naughty and put a little bit of raw sugar in my matcha, but hopefully that's better. Yeah, just cut the edge of the grass off, just mowed the lawn a little bit.
After our quick refueling session on coffee and grass clippings, it was time to move on to our next brand, Sabrina Goh. Most of the clothing was made out of a cotton spandex material, so it felt very sturdy yet nice to the touch. I was thinking that this brand would be very suitable for a workwear environment. These pieces would be great if you live in a hot climate but still have to go into an office and want to look presentable. I also really like that this brand only makes small batches of their clothing, and they also offer an in-house repair service where you can bring your old pieces and they'll mend them for you. First up, I tried on this baby blue blouse. I loved the interesting collar and pleated details. This blouse would look lovely with a pair of black work pants or some white chinos if you're feeling brave. Or you could even style it more casually with some white shorts and white sneakers. I then tried on this midi dress in this gorgeous mint color. The pleating around the waist was really pretty, and because the back was ruched, it was really comfortable. Again, I just feel like it would be perfect for an office wear environment because it looks really presentable, but yeah, quite comfy to wear. I tried the same dress on in this cornflower blue color. Unfortunately, my camera was doing this weird thing. It was throwing really pink, so the color really isn't showing up how it looked in person, but it was really gorgeous too. It was time to move on to our final store of the day, but on the way we did get slightly distracted by this Ralph Lauren kiosk.
I have this weird lizard brain for the bears, and I'm not well right now.
Now, Ralph Lauren isn't Singaporean, but Pia has a real thing for the polo bear. Her lizard consumerism brain was just really firing on all cylinders for this bear.
She's shook. What are you gonna do?
I need that. Okay, let's move on before I buy like a bear patch or something.
We kept trying to get away and move on with the mission at hand, but this darn bear kept gripping its claws in.
Oh look, here's how you make your own one.
Let's just do it for the vlog.
Okay. Yeah, for the vlog. Oh, it's taking a while.
Maybe it's a sign.
Yeah, I don't have enough battery for this.
Sign.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, serious. Are you serious? Look at all these different a welly bear. Get lost. A female sweater bear.
You've got an OG man sweater.
A polo player bear. Okay, it's time to leave.
Okay.
Now remember I was saying that Singapore has crazy rainstorms? Well, yeah, when we were messing around with that touchscreen, it started storming. At first we thought we'd just wait it out, but it didn't look like it was going to let up for a couple of hours, so we decided to go back into the department store and buy an umbrella, as we'd probably need one for the rest of our trip anyway. We came across some very expensive Japanese parasols, but ended up getting this cute little Merlion umbrella. And for the record, it did come in handy multiple times. With our new umbrella in hand, we finally made it to our last destination, Design Orchard. This is a retail space featuring many independent and emerging Singaporean designers in one place. I was seeing lots of batik print all over the store for men and women. Interestingly, also a lot of 1960s inspired silhouettes. They also had a section for activewear and swimwear. They didn't just have fashion here, there was lots of jewellery, accessories, stationery, and various knickknacks to take home.
The pandas.
Now I must admit, I did have a little bit of an ulterior motive for wanting to visit Design Orchard.
Here. This is really giving Supermodel Me Revolution right now.
Is this where they come?
This is where they come for their social media challenge.
I binge watched this show on Netflix called Supermodel Me Revolution. It's basically Asia's Next Top Model. The whole competition was filmed in Singapore, and Design Orchard was actually a location for one of the challenges on the show.
This is where they come and they have to put the outfits together and take the photos, right?
Yes, and they like get all stressed. Celine, oh my gosh. The poor girl, they really gave her the bill and edit.
They did.
This is totally the swimwear brand that the girls do a photo shoot in one of the episodes of Supermodel Me Revolution.
And yes, you have to say the full triple-barreled name every time it's Supermodel Me Revolution. When browsing around the store, I found this adorable brand called Namiski. I hadn't heard of this brand before, and all of the designs were so me, so I had to try some of it on. But unfortunately, they had really limited sizing in stock in the Design Orchard store. I wanted to try on this midi skirt with this print that really reminded me of Van Gogh's Starry Night painting, but they only had an extra small, so that wasn't going on. I then tried on this bustier top. It was a size small, and although I could get it on, it was way too uncomfortable to actually wear for a long stretch of time. But the jeweled straps, just stunning. Then I tried on these green satin pants. I loved the scallop detailing at the waist, but it was weirdly too loose, and then around my hips it was too tight, and then they weren't short enough to be culottes, but then they weren't long enough to be full pants. They just weren't working on me, and it's such a bummer that they had such limited sizing in the store. That being said though, the construction and fabric this brand used was really nice. Now that I know about this brand, I've definitely been keeping an eye on their online store where they have more sizes available. Just as we were about to leave, Pierre spotted these beautiful cheongsam tops with cross-stitch detail on them. Pink and green are my favorite colors, especially together, so I had to try this one on. This was just a stunning artisanal piece. You could really see the work and the detail that had gone into this cross-stitching. I tried to find the brand or the designer, Catherine Hua, online and couldn't find it anywhere, so maybe it's a Design Orchard exclusive. After we departed Design Orchard, we were pretty exhausted by this point. Day had turned to night, we'd been rained on, we were about to gnaw off our left arms out of hunger. It was time to get on the bus and head back to our hotel, grabbing some food on the way, of course. All in all, it was a really successful day, and we filled in the entire day just by shopping at local brands. If I had to pick a favorite store we visited, I would have to say Beyond the Vines. They had such a distinctive and identifiable brand, and all the clothing was comfortable and felt very high quality. I've also worn my new BTV t-shirt multiple times since I bought it. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please remember to like it and feel free to subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!